Hello students, today we are going to read chapter 1, A Letter to God, part 2 from your text, First Flight. Before we read, let me give you the summary of this lesson. The corn was totally destroyed, the hail has left nothing. Lenko did not understand what to do, but he had a great faith on God. He decided to seek help from God. He wrote a letter to God demanding 100 pesos. When the postman read the letter addressing to God, he could not stop himself by laughing. But the postmaster, who was a fat, amiable man, decided to help Lenko. He collected 70 pesos from his friends' charity and he himself gave a part of his salary. The following Sunday, Lenko came to collect the money, but he was disappointed to find only 70 pesos. He was angry and he wrote a letter to God demanding the rest of the money. He also wrote that the God should not send the money through the post office because what he believed that the post office employees are bunch of crooks. Yes. Shall we read the other part? Yes. But in the hearts of all who lived in that solitary house in the middle of the valley, there was a single hope: help from God. Don't be so upset even though this seems to be like a total loss. Remember, no one dies of hunger. That's what they say. No one dies of hunger. Solitary, lonely. So what he says, even after everything had gone southwards, gone wrong, the family still had hope in their heart. In their hearts of heart, they had faith in the Almighty even after nothing was left. They gave each other support and recalled a saying which reassures that no one ever dies of starvation. All through the night, Lenko thought only of his one hope, the help of God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. Lenko was an ox of a man, working like an animal in the fields, but still he knew how to write. The following Sunday, at daybreak, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mail. It was nothing less than a letter to God, conscience and inner sense of right or wrong. Ox of a man means hard-working man. Daybreak, the time in the morning when the daylight first appears. So Lenko spent his entire night thinking of the only option left, and that was to seek help of God, who he had been informed has its eyes and ears everywhere. He thought of writing a letter to God conveying his grievances. Despite spending all these years working at the farm, he still knew how to write. He started writing on the Sunday morning and thought of mailing it himself by going to the town. Okay. God, he wrote, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my fields again and to live until the crop comes. Because the hailstorm, he wrote to God on the envelope, but put the letter inside and still traveled, went to the town. At the post office, he placed a stamp on the letter, dropped it into the mailbox. Pesos is the basic monetary unit of Mexico. several other Latin American countries and the Philippines. In his letter to God, he communicated his poverty-stricken situation and mentioned that he needed 100 pesos to regenerate the crops along with surviving until they are ready to harvest. So on the envelope he wrote to God, then at the post office placed a stamp on the letter and dropped it in the mailbox. One of the employees who was a postman and also helped at the post office went to his boss laughing heartily and showed him the letter to God. Never in his career as a postman had he known that address. The postmaster, a fat, amiable fellow, also broke out laughing, but almost immediately he turned serious and tapping the letter on the desk commented, "What faith! I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter. Starting up a correspondence with God." Amiable? What is amiable? Friendly and pleasant. Correspondence, communication. By exchanging letters with someone. So what he says, the postman who was also an employee of the post office noticed Lenco's letters, showed it to the postmaster, and they both felt amused. But the postmaster was fat and friendly, immediately developed a sense of seriousness. He was astounded at the amount of faith Lenco had in God, and wished he had the same. So in order not to shake the writer's faith in God, the postmaster came up with an idea. Answer the letter. When he opened it, it was evident that to answer it, he needed something more than goodwill, ink and paper. But he stuck to his resolution. He asked for money from his employees. He himself gave a part of his salary, and several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity. Goodwill. What is goodwill? Friendly, helpful. Resolution, a firm decision to do or not to do something. Obliged, grateful. With good intentions, the postmaster read the letter and thought of replying it so as to keep the writer's belief intact. But the writer expected the reply in a different way that could not be fulfilled with pen, paper, or morals. The farmer had demanded for 100 pesos. So the postmaster, along with his colleagues and a few friends who were more than willing to donate for a good cause, collected a pool of money to help Lenco. It was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos, so he was able to send the farmer only a little more than enough, or more than half. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lenco, and with it a letter containing only a single word as a signature: God. Despite his best efforts, he was only able to collect an amount not more than half of what was required. He then addressed it to Lenco along with the letter, which was undersigned by God. The following Sunday, Lenco came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him. It was the postman himself who handed the letter to him, while the postmaster, experiencing the contentment of a man who has performed a good deed, looked on from his office. Lenco showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money. Such was his confidence, but he became angry when he counted the money. God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lenko what he had requested. Contentment, satisfaction. So next Sunday when Lenko came looking for a reply a bit earlier than expected, Lenko, the postmaster, handed him the letter, waiting to see him joyful and surprised, while the postmaster, feeling satisfied, oversaw it from his office. On the contrary, the farmer got disheartened on seeing that the money was less what he asked for. His faith is still undeterred, and he believed that God cannot make such a mistake. Immediately, Lenko went up to the window to ask for a paper and ink. On the public writing table, he started to write with much wrinkling of his brow, caused by the efforts he had to make to express his ideas. When he finished, he went to the window to buy a stamp, which he licked and then affixed to the envelope with a blow of his fist. The moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it. It said, "God, of the money that I asked for, only 70 pesos reached me. Send me the rest, since I need it very much. But don't send it through the mail, because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks." Lenko. On being disappointed, he started looking for ink and paper to write to God again. While writing, his eyebrows got curled up out of the concentration with which he was drafting a new request. On completing, he affixed it with a stamp. As soon as he dropped it into the mailbox, the postmaster took it out to read it. Lenko complained that he had only received 70 pesos, and he is really need of the remaining amount. He doubted the integrity and honesty of the post office employees and suggested that the money should not be sent via post, because he doubted that the staff at the post office must have stolen the missing amount. Actually, this is the irony. The end of the story is rather ironical. Yes, it is ironical, isn't it? The postmaster was greatly impressed by Lencho's faith in God, and he didn't want to shake his faith in God. So, for that reason, he collected a sum of 70 pesos from his employees and contributed a part of his salary. However, his great act of charity was not recognized and appreciated by the man who received the help. That means who? Lenko. On the contrary, the helper, the one who helped him, were called as a bunch of crooks. Now let us discuss the word meanings. Solitary, existing alone, lonely. Conscience, an inner sense of right and wrong. Ox of a man, hard-working. Daybreak, a time in the morning when daylight first appears. Pesos is the basic monetary unit of Mexico, several other Latin American countries, and the Philippines. They use this currency, pesos. Amiable, friendly, and pleasant. Correspondence, communication by exchanging letters with someone. Goodwill, friendly, helpful, or cooperative feelings or attitude. Resolution, a firm decision to do or not to do something. Obliged, grateful. Here, contentment, satisfaction. With this, we come to the end of part 2 of this lesson. Thank you for watching this video, children. Stay safe. stay secure.